Yo guys, this is Quinton Brown with the Chopper Express. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go through the first tournament that we had. We had a box tournament down here in San Antonio for the new set, Pillars of Strength. Basically, we want to go through Decklist, talk a little bit of theory about what the format's kind of looking like in terms of the deck that I'm looking right now at, which is Lucci. And also just want to talk about Chopper Express and that me and a couple of my friends, Edwin and Mark St. Romain, will also just be bringing out content going forward. Some meta relevant, some kind of casual, but just trying to have a good time talking about One Piece and enjoying the game. So Friday, I went and played the box tournament, got fourth place, lost round 1 to Zoro. Round 2 played against Nami. Round 3 Smoker. Round 4 was starter deck Big Mom, and then round 5 was Katakuri. So I ended up going 4-1. My only loss was the guy who got third, and then Edwin got second with starter Big Mom. We'll have that video for you later. And then Mark got first with Arlong, which will be a really good video for everybody. So we'll show that to you at a later time as well. But just to get to the deck list, this is what I played was Rob Lucci, black, which is the black leader. As you all know, black's kind of more of the control-y type of color at this point in time. And basically, I think most of the black lists are going to be kind of similar. I kind of took a different spin, want to try something different, more of a hybrid list between the CP9 and the Navy cards and try and get those involved. So if y'all know what Lucci does, basically when a card is destroyed or KO'd, he can pitch 2 cards to restand himself. So a lot of times you swing, KO with another effect, or by battle, restand it. It's really good at the late end game when you're kind of going for game. You just have the ability to go 15-15 into somebody's life. So to start, for searchers, I played 3 Spandom and 3 brand new. Like I said, it's a hybrid list. Spandom searches your CP9 cards, so reveals top 3, look at a CP9 card, and or get a CP9, trash the other 2. Brand new does the same thing, but for Navy. He slash, so that kind of matters. So when you're playing against like the Zoro deck, make sure that you don't try and swing in the buggy with this type of card while he's wisdom. He's a little bit better into the buggy plays. But these are the 6 searchers. And I'll also go over at the end of the video some of the changes I would make. Like I said, it's like the first edition of the deck. So for Navy cards, Borsellino, Kuzan, and Sakazuki, I basically think that these are just staples at 4-0s. They're just the best black cards out right now. 3 Garp. So this is the card that I think is actually really broken right now. It probably was broken last format too, and they started kind of catching on at the end of the format. Basically just turns your black leader into a 6K leader just because they have to get over this. And it also outs a card on play. So it's kind of like Sakazuki, but it's also better on when they put you on odds. So I think it's actually one of the most important cards of the deck because it's good going first and second. So during the mulligan, I really try and look for this card if possible, just because when you're going into their 3-Dawn or 4-Dawn turn and you're coming out of that, he's just like he pops every card basically at that point, and that kind of like slows the game down enough for you to like start winning the board, especially because the next minute they swing into it with good numbers, or else you're just going to protect it. New card, Isho. Basically what he does is if your opponent has 6 or more cards in hand, and when you summon them, they discard 2 random cards. Other effect is when you put a Dawn under him, there's -3 to cost for every character that they control. So really, it's kind of like the Kuzan, puts a lot of characters at like a good cost level so that you can just pop them for free and then just restand. Also, he's 8-9, so it's kind of hard sometimes to out him. They have to like commit actual Dawn to get rid of him. Or if it's Katakuri, then it's just a card that they lost 2 cards, they play Katakuri, they put it back in your life, so they're kind of the same spot from there. And to wrap out the Navy engine, 4 Siru and 2 Shiki, they're just 2K counters really that have reducing effect costs. So sometimes they come up, but you really just want to hold 2Ks, just real 2Ks. For the CP9 engine, which is basically the new engine that we got in Pillars of Strength, I got 4 Fukuro, 4 Khalifa, 4 Kaku, and 2 Bueno. Fukuro is going to be basically another Borsellino, can't be destroyed by card effects, and it's just a blocker. Khalifa is your 2K counter, but also it's a draw 2, discard 2, and then shrink something by 2, but mostly just for 2K counters. Kaku is going to be your pop 3 or less by putting 2 CP9 cards back to the bottom of your deck. And then Bueno is going to be your pseudo blocker kind of attacker kind of card. I think Bueno's Blue Nose really good just going forward, just because you have the ability to like block or not block. And then from there, you can just say, if I need an attacker, then you just fake a block and then your opponent has to commit Dawn and try and get the attack through, or you just get a free block out of it. The engine worked really well today. Some of the issues that I had with the deck was that my spandom and my brand new were whiffing sometimes. So going forward, just kind of trying to work on those numbers to make sure that those are kind of hitting. My event card that I decided to play a 6 King pistol, also a CP9 card, so a searchable spandom. But also, a lot of times we're kind of conditioned right now to swing at things with 2K above, so this gets really good value. Also, when you're playing the black deck, there's a lot of like non-counters, so you have the ability to pitch those cards to make them essentially counters in a sense. And then my last 2 cards were Kuzan. Just another card is testing out. I think it's really good in the yellow matchup and a lot slower matchups in the mirror, but sometimes I didn't really feel like I played it a lot yesterday. Even in the matchups where I did play it, I could have just done different things and been more aggressive. Another thing with the 6 King pistol is I feel like right now with the black deck, when you have to leave up Dawn for Shockwave, that you're not being as aggressive as you really could be. So this allows you to be as aggressive as you want with your Dawn and still have the counter power behind it to really protect your life and protect your cards. So some of the things that I would change going forward that I've kind of really looked into, I'm changing out the Kuzan and probably cutting Spandom down to 2. And I kind of want to put in a 3rd Blue Note and then 2 of the 4-6K this card. Basically, because it's a 1K counter, but it's also like lets your Blue Note be aggressive when it dies. And then it's also just really good versus Whitebeard because it's a 4-6K, so it's a good card to put on curve when you're going second against that deck. And that's really it, guys. Like I said, we'll be making more videos coming forward. They'll be from different things, like I said, from meta decks, kind of like talking about Lucci, tier list, talking about the new sets as they come up. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be making more going forward, man. Thank you.